Hello everybody and welcome back to the Talk Shit Friday podcast. It's been a while. It really has been a while. What, a couple of weeks? It's been long. We've missed everybody. We've missed the viewers. We've missed each other. But nevertheless, we're back after a few struggles and a few problems. But nevertheless, I'm your host, Colby H. And I'm joined today with my two co-hosts, Corbinus.
Gang, 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 skirt, skirt, skirt. Yeah, boys, back, boys. Yep.
And I'm also joined with my other co-host, Ace.
Yeah, boy, how's it?
So guys, it's been a couple weeks. How's everybody feeling?
It feels like an age.
Yeah, it's been quite a long time. It really has. It really has. It's quite weird, you know. I was thinking about you guys the other day, and I was like, you know, it's been so long since we've done a Talk Shit Friday episode, because we've been busy with our own certain set of things, and also we've been busy with the rebranding. So basically what's happening is us as a group are becoming, as of next week, we're going to be our own official group and our own official channel, which we're working on, and we're going to be known as Us. We spoke briefly about this in the previous podcast. We spoke about Us, which is obviously going to be the YouTube's group name is actually going to be called Us. Yes, you heard me correctly, Us. But we've been speaking and we spoke about it on the podcast, and we briefly dove into the whole idea and everything that's going to be going on. But now it's an official thing. We're officially rebranding, and as of next week we'll be known as Us. And the Talk Shit Friday podcast will be a byproduct and a franchise of Us as a group and Us as a YouTube channel. So the Talk Shit Friday will obviously be known as Us Talk Shit Friday, but for short, Talk Shit Friday podcast, as the usual.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Nothing's really going to change. We're still going to be our same old self and so on and so forth, but we're going to start doing things a little bit more professionally. You know, we've got a lot planned. I think we spoke last
Big
podcast,
works.
like I said, we spoke briefly about what we have planned and a few content ideas, but I just thought, you know, just to break into the podcast, because it's been such a long time, I think we'd just let the viewers know and the listeners know why we've been away for so long and what's really been happening. But we're back and we're ready to record, ready to tell some stories. And why not start off the podcast with quite a shit story? And this story is actually about what happened.
Friday, shit stories.
This is what happened to me today. So I went to work today. Pretty normal day. Today's the day I actually got my new phone today. Love the phone. It's really
what
beautiful.
phone did you get?
Hawaii P30. It's
Game
shit.
nice.
Very good. Very good phone. I enjoy it. I love it. It's beautiful. So today was I woke up and I was like, damn, getting a new phone today. I'm happy. I'm keen. I'm excited, you know. It's always nice getting a new phone. It's a really good feeling. It's kind of feels like a drug. Yeah, getting the...
It's like a new car smell.
Yeah, it's really
Or
good.
New car.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the day, everything was fine. You know, we were a bit busy, so that was fine. I had something to do. I was busy working, you know, doing my usual. And then...
Bringing in that money.
Yeah, bringing in that dank dough. So now, Corbin, you've been through this. And I didn't think I was ever going to really go through something like this, because I've got a really steady mind, you know. I don't really overthink. Other than when it comes to like goals, I don't really overthink. I'm really a calm person and I'm down to earth. So now I had left and I'm like, I'm going to go and get lunch at Pick and Pay. So I had left and I'm like, I'm on my way to go get lunch. Now it's really cold here in Cape Town currently. It's extremely cold. For anyone that lives in Cape Town that's currently listening to this, if you know, there was snow on Table Mountain yesterday. It's been snowing on mountains. A place here in Cape Town that's called Ceres. It's covered in snow. It's just been
that
like...
cold front's gonna hit us now tomorrow.
It's been like -7. Just in the hottest... That's the hottest part of the day is -7. It's been freezing
Oh,
cold.
yeah, up here with us, it's actually quite lacquer. It's lacquer weather.
Just wait, because it is... The clouds are heading towards you guys, so just trust me
It is
when I
heading
say
towards us.
It's you're gonna feel it, and it's not gonna be fun.
but
Let me tell you that.
At least we had those 2 extra days of like calmness before the ice weather.
At this current moment, I sleep under 3 duvets, and it's still not enough. I sleep under 3 blankets, and it's still not enough. I still freeze. Actually, while I'm busy speaking on the podcast right now, I'm freezing my tits off, but it's okay. So anyway, back to the story. So I'd walked out, and I'm on my way to the mall to go and get myself lunch. I walk out, and it's freezing fucking cold, right? I'm wearing nothing but a little jersey. It's really not that thick. my denim pants and my brown fancy shoes and a hat. That's what I'm wearing. I walk out. I've never been so cold in my life. The only thing that was warm on my body was my mouth because of my mask, obviously, because of COVID-19. But I walk out and was so cold. Now, my brain didn't really comprehend that it's so cold, so my body kind of felt fucked. So now, while I'm walking, I don't know if anyone's gotten this situation before, but you kind of feel like you're not in your body anymore. I don't know if anyone's had this feeling that out of nowhere, you're still doing what you're doing. Like, say, for example, you're working or you're gymming, but you don't feel like you're in your body anymore. Like, it's basically, I don't know how to explain it. It's just your eyes. You're literally just looking through your eyes and your brain. That's the only thing out of your body that you notice.
It's like being on Flocker.
It's like being high, basically. Like an extreme high. I don't know if you've ever... when you get high on weed and your whole body just feels empty except for your eyes and your head. Like, everything else on my body felt numb, like hollow. Like, when I looked at my hands and my arms, it felt like it wasn't my arms. I really felt really hollow, and then I started getting really tired, and basically my brain was extremely fogged, and I didn't know what was going on. I just got hit like that out of nowhere while I was walking, and I was like, okay, well, what the fuck's going on? So now, obviously, I started stressing. I was like, what the fuck's going on? What's the fuck? Now, obviously, I'm walking, and I'm trying to keep calm and keep my composure, but I don't know what the fuck's going on, and obviously... The weird thing...
what's going on is that you only wear thin jersey.
Yes, the thing is, that's what actually happened.
Is
when... the thing is, this is... I spoke to my friends and that about what's going on. So basically now I'm walking, and obviously your brain will instantly first think to the worst of the worst, right? That's what your brain's going to do. Every time something bad like this happens, your brain thinks of the worst of the worst. So the first thing my brain thought of was, you have cancer. That is the first thing that popped in my head is, you have cancer. And
now I know where you're
was stressing
from.
my ass off. I walked to Pick and Pay. I got my lunch. I'm standing there in the queue. I'm fucking... I can't even stand up straight because I'm stressing. Like, I'm having a I'm having a fucking panic attack in Pick and Pay, but I'm keeping my composure. Like, I'm standing there with a smile on my face, like looking, waiting, but deep inside, I'm fucking on fire, dude. Like, I'm screaming. I don't know what to do. So now I get my lunch and I carry on walking back, trying to keep my composure, but deep down inside, I think I have cancer, and I'm fucking stressing. So now while I'm walking, I'm thinking like all my past life and how I'm not going to have a future life and this and that. And then I go inside, and my boss looks at me and he's like, yo, are you okay? And I look at him and I'm like, oh, don't worry. And then I go into the toilet, I look at myself in the mirror, I look myself dead in the eyes, and I'm like, you're going to fucking die. You're dead. Like, there's no life for you anymore. You have cancer, and that's it. That is literally your life done.
Your
so now,
cancer, the be-all and end-all.
This really got me fucked, and I was about to cry. Like, I was on crying point because I was stressing.
I know exactly how you
I literally thought I had cancer. I thought, man, this is it.
Bro, once you start believing you have cancer, you have fucking cancer. Bro, I know exactly.
So desperately I had cancer. I put my hands on top of my head. I started walking around. I was like, I'm fucked. I've got cancer. I've actually got cancer. Bro, I wanted to start crying. I didn't know what to do. And then I made the situation worse. I went onto Google and I searched up my symptoms, and it's like, cancer.
No, that's the first thing that I also did, and that just makes it worse.
No jokes, like
First, tears,
And then
and of quick
I
wank.
told-
you get cancer.
I spoke to my colleague, and then he was like, you shouldn't be searching this shit up because it's going to make your panic attacks worse. He says, you have anxiety right now, and you're having an anxiety attack because you think you have cancer, but you don't. He says, trust me, you would know if you had cancer. You'd be vomiting. You wouldn't even come to work if you had cancer. But I still didn't believe him because I searched up and I had all these symptoms of like, oh no, I've got cancer, I've got cancer. But the worst thing you can do is if you think you have cancer, do not search up if you have cancer because you will think you have cancer. Every symptom you have will come up as cancer because it's...
Never search up anything.
Cancer has basically
actually.
every symptom go into mankind. Go to the doctor. So now,
Oh, fuck that shit.
I'm
dude.
worried,
Doctors will just tell
and
you
then
that.
finally a glimmering light comes through. Now comes a guy who works with us who knows what the fuck he's talking about. And he comes to me and he's like, okay, come here, what's wrong? And I said, no, Brie, I think I don't know, I think I have cancer. He laughs at me. He fucking cries out laughing. He's like, you think you have cancer? And I was like, yes, I think I have cancer. I was walking down the street. As soon as I got outside, all of a sudden, and I explained to him, I felt hollow. I couldn't feel my hands. I didn't even think my arms belonged to me. My brain felt foggy. And he's like, okay, look me in my eyes. And then he looked in my eyes. He put his hand on my forehead. And then he looked at my pupils and then touched my hands. And he was like, you're suffering from hypothermia. And I was like, what the fuck? He says, yep, you have hypothermia. He says it's called low level hypothermia. What it is you get to a point where your body's so cold because certain people suffer from this thing where if they get too cold, their body kind of gets really hollow and numb because the blood doesn't circulate properly. And then he said, and then you get a thing which you're experiencing, which is called brain fog, which means you're there, but you're not actually there. Like you can't focus on something. Like you focus on something, you stop focusing, and then like your vision goes blurry. It's called brain fog. You get it when you're extremely, extremely cold. And he just like hit me with all these facts, and it's like, you don't have cancer, you're just fucking cold. Go sit in the room, go get warm. And then I just sat in the room eating my lunch and I got warm and I felt completely better. And he was like, so do you still think you have cancer? And I was like, no. Dude, it was the biggest scare I've ever had in my life.
Bro, it is a big ass fucking scare.
Scared, dude.
You fucking think you're dead. You think you're dying today.
Literally, dude. I was like, I'm never going to see anyone again. I'm never going to be playing Fortnite and COD with the boys again. I'm never going to do my dreams of becoming a YouTuber. I'm never going to make podcasts with the boys again. Everything's fucked. I was like, I'm never going to get to finally go on a date with my crush. I'm getting a new phone today. I'm going to have that phone for an hour before I die. I was stressing. I was like, my mom's going to fucking cry at my funeral. My baby's dead. I was stressing about what my mom's gonna feel, how my dad's gonna react. Dude, I've never like, who's gonna take my PlayStation, bro? Like, I was I was petrified, dude. I've never been that scared in my life. I remember
that time when I thought I had cancer.
Literally, as soon as it was over, you were the first person I thought of. I was like, Corbin's been through this. I feel bad for Corbin.
Yeah!
I was like, I feel so bad for Corbin that he went through this. This is fucking terrifying.
Nothing scarier. There's two things that's too scary in life. It's a cancer scare and a pregnancy scare. Ooh, hot.
I would rather take a pregnancy scare over a cancer scare because the pregnancy scare,
that's still mild.
You're still gonna be alive at the end of the day. You're still gonna live. But cancer's like, hey, bud, listen, your days are numbered. Listen, if you go to that doctor, he's like, listen, you have stage 3 cancer. That's it. Bye-bye.
Yep, and now it is time for the chemotherapy, and you don't know how many fingers gonna be up the bum anymore. Oh, my fuck.
Because I literally, dude, I was sitting there and I visualized my mom taking me to the doctor. They run tests. They run a blood test. We're sitting there. The doctor comes in and says, okay, so we've run
You
some
have
tests.
COVID.
And then he says, we found out that you have stage 2 cancer. And then, like, I imagined, like, everything, like my hearing and everything just shutting out, and it's just like, I hear like the doctor and my mom faintly talking about their planning, and I just completely zone out, realizing that I have cancer and I don't know what to do.
That just reminds me of that Deadpool scene.
No, that's basically what it. That's how it went down for me in my head. I was like, that's how it's gonna happen. He's gonna say I have cancer, and then everything's gonna zone out, and it's just gonna be that repeating in my head.
And then you're gonna walk in an alley and meet a guy in a tuxedo.
No, I'm gonna walk in an alley and die. Because of cancer.
No, the guy in the tuxedo is gonna give you shit, and then it's gonna be, you're gonna turn into Deadpool. It's gonna be cool.
The only guy that's the only one that's gonna be in a tuxedo when I have cancer is the guy carrying my fucking casket. That's it. That's how that will work. You guys holding my casket. Bum ba da dum
dum dum dum. Bro, if they don't do that at my funeral, and if I can't say this because I'll get banned. But there has to be a certain something at my funeral that people has to take.
Drugs.
A certain what is the word? Substance.
LSD?
Not LSD.
Drugs?
It is just gonna I don't know if I
Cocaine.
should say that.
I'm pretty sure we're allowed to say cannabis.
Oh,
Cocaine.
Yeah.
You can't say weed.
Okay,
You
Bao.
can talk about weed. Weed.
Yeah, you can talk about
bruh.
it.
Drugs.
Imagine-
Weed.
Yeah,
It's
but
for educational purposes, okay?
it's gonna be for my funeral, and I hope people learn.
Marijuana.
Yeah, I want there to
Corbin.
be a big bowl of just J's for everyone in the room. Even the children, even
Yeah,
my
well.
son, he's gonna be 3. He must have a J. Everyone must have a J at my funeral.
Bro, imagine
Even me.
everyone sitting-
Bury me with a J.
Everyone's sitting there, bro. Fucking everyone's sitting there. Now everybody rise and light your J's in honor of Corbin.
In honor of COVID. And you just hear for about half an hour, all the old people.
Right.
And then eventually they sing for me. Smoke weed every day, uppy up, hey.
No, everyone must stand around the casket and go, somebody once told me the world is gonna roam. And then the casket slowly goes down.
Oh, no.
This time
Like while they're lowering him down.
No, I want them to cremate me, and then I want someone to eat my ashes.
like a Milo drink. No, that Nesquik shit. Nesquik.
Oh, bruh, they must all... You know what? They must cremate me, and then with the ashes there in the middle, they must all ash their J's into the ashtray. To just bury me with the last smoking J in memory of me, then the memory of the J's ash is in me, and I can feel high in hell.
I want to go out with one last. Ah, got him. What they must do, they must create me, and then take like dip, and then mix my ash in the dip, and then people must dip the chips in, thinking it's normal dip, and then the priest must come up there. I'd just like to let everyone know that Cole's ashes was mixed into the dip for the Doritos, and then it's like in the wise words of Cole, he left us a note. Haha, got him.
Bro, I don't know if you remember those lollipop feet that you dipped in the sherbet. And then you must give all of them lollipop sheet, and then they dip them into your ashes. This is good, cool lantern.
My fucking fiance's there, bawling her eyes out, crying because people are eating my ashes.
And your dad's like, this needs salt.
The whitish.
And your mom disagrees. You're like, how can you be so insensitive? It needs sugar.
It sounds like the most white people shit I've ever heard in
That is some white people shit. Oh, they must build a bath bomb out of my ashes, and then they must all get what's the word? When you fucking the priest dips the people in water, they must all do that with my ashes.
What's that on a fucking bathtub? Imagine a pool made out of fucking Corbin's ashes. And you just hear bloops.
Bro, I just imagine them getting their heads dipped in the water, coming out with this grey face full of ash.
God. Oh god. These funeral ideas are amazing.
We must plan a wedding.
What priest is gonna do this? The most fucking ghetto ass priest I've ever met in my life. This fucking raggedy ass priest. Like, yeah, I'll do that. I mean, money's money, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
What is
Bro,
that?
imagine someone with... Okay, this is so random. Don't ask me how I thought of this now all of a sudden in my mind. This is just how my brain works. But anyway, imagine someone dies and in their will... But it's someone with a big schlong. They got a big dick. And in their will, they're like, to my friend Cody, I leave my penis. As for he has a micro penis and I want him to be happy.
Cody just gets a...
And then Cody just gets as long as dead corpse long, goes and bangs 10 cheeks.
Bro, if I ever get lucky, if I ever die from...
Corbin, I think you have the wrong idea of penises. It's not modular. So you can't take it off and put it back on again.
Yes, he is.
Bruh, he
This
can
is
can have a pump in it, an artificial pump, and then he can,
Man's got a
can pump.
Robocop penis. Hold on, baby.
Yeah, they can build the pump in his ball bag, so you just squeeze the ball bags and it like inflates.
Hold on, baby. Let me just get hard quickly.
That's gonna be hard for 3 weeks now. There's no way to release the air. It's gonna have to slowly go out as the sun shines on it.
It's just got like one of those tire
photosynthesis
pumps that
takes place.
one of those tire pumps that you get at the petrol station.
Like,
Walk
like
out
you have
there
to go
with
to the
like a
garage.
12-inch cock, maybe even more.
Just imagine the people's reaction if you go to the garage and go pump up your penis
Yes.
with the pump.
Bros,
Like,
that's a
just-
good
just
video idea. We
shove-
must
shove
we
it
must
down
actually
your
get like a
pants.
fake fucking thingy, put it at our crotch area, and then just go fill it up, go pump it up.
Fill her up, please.
Pump it up.
Full
pump
of
it
what,
up.
my
Hey
penis.
man,
You gotta
hey man,
pump
tonight
it
I'm
up.
on a date, man. You know what I have to do, man? I need to get my cock hard. You think you can blow it up for me, man? Bro, that. How do you? I'm gonna get a blowy, so blow up this cock.
That's a good quote. If I ever had to die from like fire, I want a closed casket. Don't open that shit. You don't need to see. You don't need to see how I look.
If you die with fire, we'll just cremate you. Like,
Bruh,
maybe
you
we get a
already cremate.
discount
No,
because
I don't
you're
want to
a
die from
get a
cremation
discount.
because I'm scared I wake up and I don't die, but I wake up while I'm busy burning again. And I'm like, my guy, I just fucking burned to death. I wake up, I'm burning again.
I'd rather die in the cremation
Yeah, I wanted to say it.
than I die like being buried alive. I'd rather die burning quickly because that's fucking quick.
Cool. Imagine
being
actually.
buried.
Actually, listen, it takes a human body 4 minutes to burn. No, irrespective, like if you're using something like lava and that, but I'm saying like a normal fire, like when you catch on fire, even with petrol on you. And mind you, that's puss hot, eh? That's fucking fuck hot. Like that, like they say, I don't know what the number is, how hot it is, but it's puss hot. And even that, it takes 4 whole minutes for you to officially die from fire like that. Because the thing is, it first burns your skin, and then eventually you get hot enough to the point that your eyes melt inside of your head, your eye sockets boil till your eyes boil out and explode, and then eventually your brain boils in its own liquid, and then you die. Like how
I'd rather take that than suffocation.
Nice.
suffocation
Information to know.
suffocation fucks with my head, because if you ever like hold your breath, and that's
No, no,
just
fuck
an
that, fuck.
unpleasant.
I
that's
saw this movie
unpleasant,
once.
bro.
This guy died in a box, but the box was sucking out the air, so he suffocated. Ooh, what? I was like,
Just imagine,
I was holding
man.
my breath during that. I'm like,
Imagine holding your breath during the whole Finding Dory movie. Jesus Christ.
oh yes, as you frack. Bro, I wanted to say to you now, because you said you're gonna burn, wake up and burn again. But imagine this: you die, you there in heaven. You see Eve, you see her breast, she's eating an apple, the juice is dripping everywhere, you're like,
Put that shit down!
You're
We're not going
Alexa.
through this again! Fuck throw means, get your release!
but like, you in heaven basically, and then all of a sudden you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? And then you're burned, you're like, ah! What the fuck? I'm burning! I just had sex with Eve, what the fuck?
That's why I don't want to get cremated. If I die from fire, don't cremate me.
But
'Cause
bro,
if I
that's the
wake up
reason I want to
dying
get
in fire
cremated,
again,
'cause-
then I'm gonna be angry. If I go out by fire and I wake up and I'm being cremated, I'm gonna be pissed off because I just fucking died by fire. Now you're doing this shit again. That's not on. Just put me in a casket, but don't open that shit.
If I die from fire, just fucking bury
in
the
a co-
ashes bits. But if I die a normal death, I still want to be cremated, because I don't want to be there in a casket. Then all of a sudden, I fucking wake up. I'm in a fucking Kill Bill scenario. I push my fist against the casket. My knuckles is bleeding. Oh, yeah, God.
Alright. Jesus, that's graphic. No, but I'm saying like if I do die, like don't cremate me, and also just keep that casket closed. No one wants to see that. No one wants to walk past on my son's side, walk past. Oh, what the fuck is that? What is that? Where's his nose? Where the
I don't want to see
where's his
anyone
eyelid?
anyway when they're dead. Why do they do this? Why do they do open casket
Keep
ceremonies?
my casket closed. I don't want you looking at my dead ass body, bro. You walk past like,
Yeah.
you kind
Walk
of
past, leave your dirty ass tear on my chest. What the fuck?
last. Leave my thing closed, bro. Like, you don't need to see me dead. I'm dead. Just trust me when I say it. I'm not in the fucking casket for no reason, alright? I'm dead. You don't need to,
I'm dead.
You don't
I
need
died.
to see as proof. Like, trust me. I'm dead, bro. You don't need to open that shit and prove that I'm dead. Trust me. I'm not
Bro,
playing
that's
games.
fucking weird when you're dead and how people just carry you around, have their own fucking selfish service for themselves to feel better, and then they just leave you in a hole.
Yeah,
The
basically.
way Corbin is so woke. The way he's so woke about things is like, you know, if you look at it, it's kind of fucked up. It is kind of fucked up.
It's actually, yeah, we mean it in a nice way, but the dead corpse is just being carried around, getting carried in a casket, fucking
In a
people
wooden
putting
box.
flowers on it. It's just being there rotting and...
And then, I
Trying
don't know
to
if
be
you,
dead.
if you guys do it in your thing as well, but we throw dirt on ours. Like, you walk past and you throw dirt on the casket as you walk past. And I was like, that's
oh yeah,
fucking,
we did that.
that's kind of disrespectful.
No,
though.
I never do that shit. Like, I go to the funeral, at the service, I go to the church.
Yo,
And then
we
afterwards,
also,
I just fuck off.
You see, the thing is, I don't believe in God, as you know. I'm an atheist. So funerals, I just see as like, oh, the person died. You know, it's very sad, but it's like, well, he's,
And
in
then
my
we sing
belief, he's not,
Hallelujah and-
he's not gonna be going anywhere. In my personal belief, I can't say I'm right, but just in my personal belief, I'm like, oh, well,
But
he's not going
that's
anywhere.
why death is so hard on me, for me personally, because once a family member die, for me I never see them again.
Yeah.
There's no hope of ever talking to that person again. That person is gone,
Yeah, that's how I also see it. I don't see there being an afterlife.
and that's why I think yes, as if I lose someone very important one day that I cared for a lot, I'm gonna grieve as a motherfucker. I'm gonna have 7, 8. I'm gonna have 10.
All I'm saying,
11
is if we
ice
become-
cream bowls. 11.
If we become a big YouTube group, if any of the us members die, we need to have a fucking huge service. Like, I'm talking cop cars, presidential people there. Like, fucking Cyril Ramaphosa must be there to give a speech. Fucking, we must all stand next to the casket with a salute, and then fold up like the official us flag,
yeah.
and fold it up and then give it to their closest person, and then fucking march away. That must be how it is, bro. That's how.
Bro,
our
I just
group
hope
must be.
that sounds like a dope ass day, but I hope it doesn't come soon.
Yeah,
Imagine calling a funeral a dope ass day. Ah, that's a pretty dope day, I'm gonna lie. That kind of
But
sounds
it
lit,
sounds
bro.
dope, but
That kind
yeah.
of sounds fun. That could be a good video, not gonna lie.
Imagine like
Well,
someone having a wedding, but like they were engaged. No, this is fucked. But imagine this: it was a married couple. They were engaged, and then the guy dies just a day before they get married, and then at his funeral, it's still a marriage. You make his the bride. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Don't do it, Elizabeth. It's not fucking worth it.
And then he dies, and they're like, "Until death does us part." Okay, cheers.
Until death do us part. Well, I mean, that kind of already happened, bro. So,
May
like,
death do you part. Okay, so we're gonna bury this bitch today. I have to meet Chris tonight at 8, and then Evan at 9. I have to make quick.
well, while we're on the topic of death, I think it's a good segue to go to my PowerPoint.
I've been waiting. I was like, I see Ace has got his ready. He's got his PowerPoint ready. He's been advanced with this. He started it early so that we're there. And now I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
ready.
Oh wait,
if you guys
then
can
he
everybody
started
see-
early. Wow.
Yeah,
I
I've
wish
been
I
here.
fucking saw this, cause now I'm
I've been here, bro.
now I'm pixel blocks loading again.
2 pixel blocks having sex.
Okay, now I am seeing dog.
Yes.
You see dog.
I see puppy.
So, Ace Conspiracies, and then the quote as always.
We're watching you. Always watching.
Okay.
Extra points for anyone who can recognize that quote from which movie it comes from.
Alright, sounds like it.
No.
Sounds like Johnny
nothing
Bravo.
scary.
We're watching you.
It's nothing scary.
It sounds like
But
The
it
Grudge.
is- I'll give you a hint. It's an animation. But yeah. So
It
Ace
sounds like
Conspiracies.
Mary Poppins.
today's conspiracy involves the Beatles, which
Oh.
are, as you can clearly see,
Wait, can
are
I
a
just
lie.
can I ask a question real quickly?
Yes.
Was there not a
Yes, dude.
Beatles member that believed he was better than God or more famous than Jesus? Sorry.
No. I think I remember.
Or was that
something
John
like I don't
Lennon
think it was.
or something like that?
No, I
Elton
don't
John
think
or
it's-
I don't remember his name. There was a singer who
Okay,
thought he
no.
was more famous than Jesus. I can't
I
remember.
think
who
it was Prince.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I
Well,
do know
Prince
that,
is
like,
more famous than Jesus.
fucking Kanye West or someone like that called himself the greatest rock star that's alive, like last year or something. It's not even a fucking rock
I still remember the guy got shot because of it and died. He
Oh,
sang the song Imagine all the people each and every day. Oh, oh. You may say I'm a dreamer. You know that song?
I have no idea.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. It will come to me.
Anyway, so the Beatles are alive. Let me tell you why. Paul is dead, which he isn't. So one of the more tantalizing and persistent myths in rock and roll, the rock lore as they call it, contains that Paul, that's Paul McCartney, one of the big singers of the Beatles, is actually dead. Now, currently there's only 2 living members of the Beatles. It's Paul McCartney and another one.
The other one.
The other
Another
one.
Another one.
Another one. We the best. But yeah, but basically, there's this theory running around that Paul McCartney actually died in 1966 in a car accident, but he was secretly replaced with a lookalike. Now there's actually quite a few, it's
Fast and Furious 7
compelling-
vibes.
compelling evidence. So as you know, I went through the rabbits and their holes, and I delved deeper and deeper and deeper, and eventually I stumbled upon some interesting facts. Okay, it's pretty. With the things you do, the things you search, you get a couple of websites that take you into dark places. But this is some of the more light-hearted stuff, but still compelling enough that I thought I'd share. But there's a more sinister question, is that what if the Beatles never really existed at all?
Ooh.
So let me tell you what I mean about that. Is the Beatles weren't 4 guys. They weren't just one group, 4 guys sing music. Because my theory is this. The claim made by the authors, the Beatles never existed. They said that that the most successful, influential and well-documented band in the history of recorded music was actually a rotating cast of actors churning out records and live performances to feed the public's inexhaustible appetite. So this was a marketing scheme. It was all just a plan. They knew that they can't just physically, theoretically do everything that the Beatles actually could do. So they had to have an entire team of lookalikes to rotate and do everything to keep with all their appointments and their live shows and the touring and the media appointments, all that. So just to add some context by why I mean they needed an entire team of lookalikes and not just the 4 band members as they'd like to lead you to believe, is that in their historic appearance on Ed Sullivan's drew an estimated 73 million viewers, and that's almost 40% of America's population at the time.
Damn.
Saw their appearance. That literally invented arena rock. So you've seen the photos of Metallica and everybody who's with this massive sold out stadiums. Yeah, they can say thank you to the Beatles because they're the band who actually started it. Just some interesting context, and then some more context. So as Beatlemania, which the media dubbed the entire era in which Beatles lived, performed, produced music, they reached stratospheric proportions. So did the cash flow. Capitol Records struggled... fuck English. As Beatlemania reached stratospheric proportions, so did the cash flow. So Capitol Records struggled to get the single I Want to Hold Your Hand into the 45s. So that's records in the olden days. You know, then they upgraded to CDs, and then apparently something like with USBs. Now everything's just streaming, so I don't know anything about that. I just stream. But they physically could not produce enough copies with the way they sold out. So during the 2-week invasion of the States, businesses were selling novelties, posters, magazines, Beatles wigs and clothing by the metric shit ton, okay? So they were fucking massive. This is just for context for how big the Beatles actually were. Because I know, I'm pretty sure that nearly everybody knows the Beatles, but nobody really knows the Beatles because we're too young.
Yeah.
Because they were what? They were like in the 60s, 70s? Something like that.
Some other year they made a
Yeah.
song. People went, yay.
Went yay. So, after all this context, hopefully you have a better picture now. Eventually, we finally get evidence. So, in Washington, their management hired wig-wearing decoy Beatles. Okay, this is public record. They actually hired fake Beatles just so they could hit the stage without being devoured by the teenage fandom. Because girls were recorded to literally faint by the mere sight of the Beatles, which I don't get because they're really not all that good looking, but anyway. And then when they got to the station, because back then they still had trains, believe it or not, they actually had to switch trains at the one stop just to confuse some of the fans so they wouldn't be followed everywhere. And they actually, one girl snuck up behind, I believe it was John, and cut off a lock of his hair. So these girls were pretty fucking crazy. It's not a new thing. It's not just the One Direction fan girls who's crazy. Apparently girls were crazy since the beginning of time.
Bruh, girls is crazy.
So why though?
Since always.
Since always. I mean, just look at Eve. Eve
Yeah,
fucked up everything.
Slave.
Yeah. So I found a blog post where they said that if there was, this is just a direct quote from the blog, if there was ever a case for multiples, it's the Beatles. There are a number of very likely reasons for the use of multiples in regards of celebrities, world leaders, etc. One is so that the prominent figure or group can keep up with the demands of their grueling schedules, which they had. They had crazy intense schedules. So how else could one person do all the touring, performing, interviews, photo shoots, recording, filming, public speaking, writing, all those stuffs that is expected of public figures, while they're just 4 people touring together, and the year only has 365 days in it? It's just like the fucking Queen. And they never took time off for sickness or fatigue or any of that shit. Now, I have some supporting evidence, as always. I always shower everyone with evidence. The Beatles maintained I do not know how to pronounce that word, rapacious schedule of touring and recording. Their discography
What the fuck is that word?
Yeah, fuck that.
Discography.
Discography, there we go, call it.
Yeah,
Shows a staggering 27 studio albums released in the period of 8 years. 27 studio albums in just 8 years. So, what, a year has 12 months?
That's just 3 a year.
3 albums a year is fucking insane.
Okay, nee, goh, dis baie, ja, sis.
How did they maintain this extreme schedule? Aliens.
Aliens! It's always
Obviously it's
aliens. It's always a fucking aliens.
But I
Fucking
do
aliens.
get that this might be a bit too far-fetched, so the alternative is body doubles, the literally physical evidence.
Whoa.
So I don't add all the photos here because there's just too many photo evidence everywhere on the internet, so please do, we'll link a couple of sites for you. Do visit them on your own accord and be advised, use your own caution, please do. But as you can see, yeah, I've added a couple of photos, and there's only 4 members of the Beatles, but none of these photos look like the same person. It's just saying, okay, you can have close inspection in your own time, but just
I
saying.
don't know, a few of
It's a
them.
bit suspicious.
The one on the
Yeah.
complete left, the top left, and the one on the top right, and then the second one at the bottom left. They look the same to me.
Yeah, they do. They do. Huh, you're right.
But then the
But the
rest, they
rest-
all look like fucking
It's
Howard from
fucking
Big
weird.
Bang Theory.
Oh, wait. No, the top left, second from left at the left bottom, and then the top right. Those 3 look sort of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every single... And these are all just photos of Paul McCartney. So there's 3 photos that look pretty much similar, but the rest is totally different
Yeah.
people.
Oh no, this is not, this is doing, something is up.
That's my conclusion. Is that pretty much all the evidence hinges on completely unscientific facial analysis.
Jesus, that stinks.
Old and just poorly reproduced photographs. Okay, I'll admit it. I mean, they did live in the prehistoric era. There are literally hundreds of these woodshed photo analysis. There are so here are a choice few for a member. Paul, who is probably dead and definitely not making certified bangers with Rihanna and Kanye, it's just staggering, the evidence, the photo evidence of him pre-1966 and post-66, when they do claim he was in the car accident. These facial features is just too far apart. And that is my conspiracy theory for this episode of Dolce Friday. That the Beatles were fake. They were, instead of just 4 members, they were an entire team of very talented,
Look-alike?
similar looking young men, but clearly not that similar. As we can see in the photos, they look wildly different. From week to week, it would appear, actually.
What if it was only his double that died? And then he was like, oh well, I'm gonna YOLO this bitch and claim it as my own.
Well, what if the original died, but the double claimed that he is the original, but only the double died?
He does have a point.
He has good points. That means that
This is
the
fact.
points were good.
Fact. This, I'm not gonna lie. It's getting a bit too much. I can't even keep up with myself with all
You know
this.
what? What conspiracy you should do next that will interest that I'm very interested in. There's an airport that has been made. I don't know where it is, but it's this massive airport, and there are conspiracies to say that there's an underground big fucking base and everything underneath it. Just go
I
search
know
it up.
exactly the airport you're talking about. I'm a firm believer in that theory.
Even me, dude. You need to do one about that, because that thing interests me. Because there's no way that airport was made that big for no reason, bro.
Okay, cool. So that's next week's conspiracy theory lined up.
Oh,
And therefore, I leave you guys with the quote of the day. It only goes deeper. Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Deep Throat Johnson.
Doing deep throat Johnson.
And there we have a portrait to the right as well of
The Rock.
aforementioned Dwayne Johnson, who this is totally a true.
Yo, bro,
quote.
he's aged, eh?
You can fact check
He's
that
really
shit.
gotten old, bro. Look at him. He's even
Fuck.
got some limestone.
Look
on
at
him.
yeah,
Bro,
look
he
at
used
all
to
that
be fit.
uneven.
Look at those saggy tits. Fuck, watch Dwayne come to my house now and flip my saggy tits around. He bounces it using his own teeth muscles. Whoop, 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 whoop. He flips mine up and down. Oh no.
Well, Corbin, I think it's your turn to tell about your shitty week that you had and why it was so bad.
Yes, guys.
Goodness, yes.
Okay. I don't know what I did, but I think Karma got a baseball bat and saw that I had a tiny ass. And then Karma just shoved that baseball bat up, saw that the blood was coming out, and just shoved it fucking Karma! Fucking sorry there.
And then
I got
shoved
a
it
bit.
up. Or didn't
If
Karma
if, if,
even
if, if,
spit?
if I was
Really
just
dry.
if I was Karma's boyfriend, nah, I would. Woo! I would make sure I have a tiny dick. Anyway,
How do you make sure that you have a tiny dick?
by keeping eyes nearby.
They call it excessive circumcision.
They call it being honest. But anyway, so a couple weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, or fuck, I don't even know anymore. Time feels like time. And anyway, I was busy doing my CTU projects, getting them done to upload on the Friday. I'm just gonna mention it as the Friday. And then I tried the week before to start doing my project, and then on that Tuesday, our electricity went out at 6 o'clock at night. And we were like, okay, the power is just out. This is South Africa. There's nothing new. The power goes out always. South Africa power, blah, blah, blah. And so on Wednesday, I decided to go to my auntie's house because they have a generator. And then I took my PC to their house. I did my CTU projects on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I went. We had no power for that entire week. Like, no power. So I took my PC there. I did my projects, do the shit. I finished them. Well, I almost finished them. Comes Friday, they have to be submitted by 5. And then eventually the Friday arrives that I have to submit them. And just before 5, I think at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, then the generator, it ran out of fuel. And then fuck. So now I couldn't upload my projects. There was no power whatsoever. And then eventually, I spoke to the headmaster of CTU. I organized my shit. I made sure they give me more time to do my projects.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get the new projects time. And now the power finally came on a week later, also on a Tuesday, maybe 5 o'clock. So we actually went 6 days and 23 hours without having electricity. And then legit I turned on my PC. PC, my hard drive broke now. Now I have to reinstall. Well, I didn't know I have to reinstall Windows. I tried to fix it, get my stuff back, my projects and cock back. So I took it to a guy that always helps me with my PC to fix it and that. So I took it to him. He checks it out. He does his stuff. He's coding bit here and there, and then we can't get it right. So the only way I could fix my PC after working the whole week. After the whole week working on my project, I took my PC to my auntie's every day, setting it up, doing the work, and now I have to reinstall Windows and lose all my work.
Jesus.
And then,
Did you actually have to do your project, redo your project?
Yeah, I had to redo the whole thing.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then it came on last week Tuesday. We took the PC to him on Wednesday. He tried until Thursday, so I only got it back Thursday. And now, the cock was broken. I was like, Karma, what the fuck is happening? Then this weekend I did it. Got it finished, lacquer. And now, today I was meant to write a test, but now I go to campus, they move it until Friday. So, I don't know what the fuck did I do. I think I smoked too many cigarettes. I don't know, Karma's mad.
Well, that was it.
That was it, and I'm smoking a guy now. Where's my fucking lighter? But like legit, that week was puss hard. Every day I wake up dirtier than the previous day because I couldn't bath. We couldn't use their generator to bath. But luckily their power luckily came on Monday, and ours only came on Tuesday, but I had a good bath Monday. Finally felt fresh again. Fuck it, that bath was dirty. Yuckig. Ek sommer weer naar.
Do you know why your power is out though?
Yeah, the main power station, people fucking bombed the place or some shit. I don't know. There was a lot of fire and a lot of cables got burned, and they had to re-dig in the ground to fix cables and I don't know what all.
Jesus.
So that took about a week, where China can fucking fix a bridge in a day, but
trying to fix a fucking huge sinkhole in an hour, bro.
Yeah, legit. They just fucking throw all the dead cat's bones in there.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I think I should, because we almost at an hour.
That was Corbin's beach moan of the week.
I think I'll tell my story and my incident and the good news that I have.
Well, this
right?
this
'Cause I
is
started
this
to
is
take
like
a little-
the
We need
story
some
that-
good news.
This is the big one. I mean, you've been teasing ever since it happened.
Yeah, I've been
But now
teasing the
you're gonna tell
podcast.
us
You know,
about
we've
this,
been
telling about
waiting.
this, so
You've been
I'm
giving
really
us some
We've been
little
waiting
bits.
for this
A little bit
moment,
of
right?
some spice.
So, okay. I started off the podcast with some bad news, and now I've got some good news to tell everybody that happened about a week ago. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about what happened. So basically, this is if y'all remember from the previous podcast, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Hannah Montana?
We do remember Hannah
Yes, we do.
Montana.
The girl I had a crush on at CTU, correct?
That send you through hell and back.
Yes.
Bro, are you sure she's from CTU and
Yes.
not UTC?
CTU, the same place you at. Trust,
Okay.
trust, yeah.
But the one in Cape Town, Corbin.
Yeah.
Not the one here up in Vereniging
I know.
in V-Town.
There's no hot
It's the
chicks
nice
here
fancy
where I
one.
am at. No, everyone average.
No, there's one. There's one extremely hot.
Yeah, no, there is actually a few, but they all have big cock boyfriends.
No, fuck that. No, it's just the one. There's just one over there in Vereniging. It's my girl.
What is haar naam?
It's Hannah Montana but V-Town version.
Okay, so let me explain.
Anyway, fuck off, Corbin.
Okay,
We
yeah,
want to
let
listen
Cole
to
explain
Colby's
his
story.
Let me explain what happened now. Okay, so you know how long I've been trying to get this chick to notice me on Instagram, you know? And like I've been trying so hard to get her approval and get a follow and everything. So now I told you guys what we had been doing, what me and my fellow friends have been doing. I've been commenting on her posts. And then the first time I commented on her post, because remember a long time ago she deleted my comment. And then we were all fucked about it. But recently I comment on it. We decided, okay, you're going to comment on her post again and we're going to see if she deletes it. But we first had a bigger plan. We got one of my friends to first go and comment on her photo, and if she deletes his comment, then we know it's not my comment, it's just that she's a bitch. But she didn't delete his comment. So then we knew, okay, so it was my comment that was the problem. That's why she deleted it long time ago. So then we thought, and then I finally came up with a comment, and I went and commented on her latest. I commented, and then I was like, okay, now everyone go and like it. And I got a whole load of people to go like it, and I think it got to like 24 likes. And then she saw it and she liked the comment. That was the first step. And I was like, holy shit. That's my first interaction with her on Instagram. I was like, oh my god. This is the first interaction. Then, so we're like, okay, let's see if she's going to like it again without getting everyone to go and like it. So then I commented again. And nevertheless, she went and liked it. So I was like, okay, now the next step has to be something bigger. Something much bigger. So now I spoke to my group and we were speaking, and then we finally came up with an idea. I'm going to comment on the latest, and then we're going to go get a whole load of people to go comment on my comment about a time I saved their life. Some bullshit story about how I saved their life one time. And another person must comment on their comment saying, I remember that time when you saved your life. And so we did that, and I think we got about like 7 people to go and comment on my comment that was on her profile. Because on the latest I commented, I think I commented, your smile could definitely contest the moon. That's what I commented. And then my friend Ethan came and he commented, I just wanted to thank you, Cole, for sucking that snake's venom out my arm that one time. And then Mia commented on his comment saying, oh, I'm sorry for letting that snake out the cage. And then another person went and commented saying, thank you for saving me from that lion that one time, which was Corbin. That was Corbin.
But first you...
Yeah, first Corbin commented, thank you for helping me thank you for helping me stop being a drug addict and helping me find the ways of Jesus Christ. And I was like, you can't comment that. There's no way. And then he changed it to thank you for saving me from that line that one time, dude. And then
No, I preferred the first one.
I got Ilandre to go comment saying, yo, I remember when that happened. And then I got Tegan Ford to go and comment, thank you for saving me from that robber that one time. And then I got another person to go and comment who said, yo, that time was crazy, eh? And then the final moment, it was around 5:30, she commented back and she said, at they call me Colby, are you guys done? Question mark with a laughing face. And then she tagged Ethan as well. And then I was like, fuck you. I'm having fun. So I commented back on her and I said, we actually had like 20 more people that were going to comment, but they flaked, which means they couldn't do it. And then she commented back saying, what the fuck, with like 3 laughing faces. And then she followed me.
Yeah!
And now my crush is officially following me after all the work.
Well done.
She's officially following me. And now, get this, every time I post a story, she's always like the 3rd or 1st person to view my story. Every time, bro. Ever since this incident. So now, here's the next plan. Listen, everybody on the podcast. You guys are part of this, alright? This is the next plan. The next plan, we're commenting something nice again. But this time, we're going to comment something that she can answer to. I'm going to ask her a question. And if she answers to that question, if I comment a question and she answers to that question, I'm going to reply to her answer in the DMs and continue the conversation in the DMs. And then, after a day of chatting in the DMs, I'm sending her an image that's a picture of a contact number detail, and I'm going to say, hi, I'm just here on behalf of the government. I just need you to fill out this form, and it's going to be their name, contact number, details. And then she must put her stuff there. And that's
must
where I
also
get the
put
number.
Master
hobbies.
plan.
Put
No.
like a hobby section. Let
No,
them fill in the
trust.
hobbies,
No,
movies.
trust. No, the punchline is like, I'm here from government, and then the form is literally a contact details thing, like
Favorite sex position.
Oh, that's.
Fuck Corbin.
But yeah, that's my good news, and I'm making moves. Who knows?
Do you
what
prefer
that's
the
fucking
stinky or the pinky?
fantastic.
I prefer the stinky. I mean the pinky.
What? Where do you prefer the pinky?
The pinky. My pinky. My pinky must be in the pinky, not the stinky.
My entire fist must be in a bitch. I don't got a big fist though, so.
Baby hands.
Baby hands, tiny hands. I'm a size 7 feet.
You have Donald Trump hands.
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's fucking tiny. Bro, these girls, they put their hand against me. They're like, dis groter.
Dude, imagine you meet this lovely chick and then she whips out a big dick that's bigger than yours.
I cut that shit off, bro.
Bruh. Bruh, I saw this fucking... Don't ask why. You guys are gonna ask why. But I was...
Why?
Fuck off. But I was... Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I saw a black man and the belly button was bigger than the penis.
Where the fuck did you see
Wait,
this?
what?
Where the
I said no questions.
I'm questioning you. Where the
No
fuck
questions.
did you see this?
No questions.
I don't ask questions that I don't want the answer to. Where did you fucking see that thing?
So I was Stein, I was there at your house. You were busy making coffee for everyone. I saw this magazine next to your mom's bed.
What
Can you
magazine?
tell me more?
I'm just so gobsmacked when you show this.
Also, I think we need to ace that name up.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Fuck's sakes, Corbin.
God
Fuck it,
damn
Corbin.
it, me.
We nearly went an entire episode without fucking it
And
up.
in the
Nearly
bleeps are
went-
not gonna work.
The bleeps never work. But
fuck.
I think in all due respect, I think this is where we're going to draw close to the episode.
Yeah.
We've reached 1
Oh,
hour.
yeah. Let's go.
So guys, it's been a long week. We haven't seen each other in a long time, and we haven't recorded in a long
Fucking
time.
hell.
I'm
Ages.
fucking excited to be back, and especially being back next week.
Yeah, it's good to be back. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go to bed and have some fun.
That was
Watch
a
some
Yeah.
YouTube.
But
But
everyone, we don't know what time you're listening to this, but at the time of recording, it's close late.
It's 11 past 11.
Yes.
Well, now it's 12. But we had a good time today, and we keen for the next one where we're gonna start as our official rebranded us Talk Shit Friday podcast thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you
Gonna be
everybody
good.
for coming through to the Talk Shit Friday podcast. We know we've been away for a while, but we're officially back, and it's good to be back.
Hello.
Yes.
What did I want to say? Check out all the links.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
links in the
also-
description
also-
below.
Also, before we end, just a quick word from a sponsor, actually. We have an
Ooh.
ad
An
from
ad?
JPGT Trading. So, is a speculator selling everything from cows, sheep, horses, goats, to their feed, to their staying. If you have anything you want to sell, buy, steal, get, what's there more? Any other felonies we can mention?
Human trafficking.
Yeah, human trafficking. if you
Sex
have any-
slaves.
sex
Isn't that the
slaves,
same thing?
Prostitution. Anything you can think of, you can give him a call. But actually, no, in all seriousness, we have JPGT Trading. Go check him out. They have a website. We'll add his contact details. If you have anything you want to buy or sell, that's the guy you want to call, especially up here in the Vol Triangle. Actually maintaining in Gauteng, Free State and Northwest provinces.
Mm.
So go check them out.
Cool.
Well, there we are, guys. That's the sponsor for the today. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the Talk Shit Friday podcast. I've been your host, Colby H, and I've been joined by my two co-hosts, Corbinus and Ace.
Oh wait, cheers.
Later.